And it's time for the second semi-final in the AF Lager Championship. Let's have a look at the table. So, one more look at the table. There's not really much to comment on. You can have a little look at all the rounds so far and how it's gone so far. But the first final slot was booked by the Stella Artois when it beat the Warsteiner in the first semi-final. Well, we've just got to find out what the other finalist is going to be. And it's going to be one of these two beers. So we have got the Bitburger 0.0, also known as the Bitburger Drive, on my left. And on the right, we have got the Asahi 0.0%. Both decent beers, both beers that I am excited about drinking, and both beers that I'm going to get that we're going to get poured out into glasses so I can test them. Okay, beer's poured, and what can I say? This one, the head is going down quite quickly. I got to say, this one, the head is it's remaining quite well. Before we go any further, let's tell you which one is which. So this is which one is which. Okay, that was which one was which. Okay, let's start looking at them. So this one, again, I say, let's get some of that head back. Yeah, definitely something there. Oh, there you go. It's a nice head coming back. But that head is dissipating incredibly quickly on that one, which is interesting. We're starting to get a bit of this head disappearing as well. Let's have a little look at the colour. So this one, a very light pale straw, tiny touch of amber in there maybe. This one has got a bit more amber in it. Still very quite pale. Tiny bit of amber in that one. A little bit less amber in that one. That one's very pale straw, to be fair. In fact, to be honest, I don't think there's really any amber in that one. So, can't really tell which is which by look, or by the fact that this one's got the head dissipating incredibly quickly. So let's do the smell and see whether that tells us anything. Here we go. So it's dry, it's salty, it's fresh, it's fragrant, it's a little bit floral. It does smell very dry. Trying to think if there's anything else in there that I'm not getting a huge amount of malt in the smell. A little bit of biscuitiness, a little bit of wafer, tiny bit of bread. But there you go. So that's that one. This one, the head's gone on this one a bit now. Let's bring the head back there. Get a smell. Bit more citrusy, that one. Got a bit of lemon, a bit of lime. Something a little bit synthetic-y in the smell there. The fruit in the smell. Again, not a huge amount of malt in the smell. But still smells nice. Smells nice, smells zesty, smells punchy, and smells very different to that one. Interesting, very, very interesting. Let's have a see then what the taste is telling us. So, going for a taste on this one first. Cheers. So it's bitter and it's dry. It's not a huge amount of flavour in the middle. It's very crisp, very refreshing. Yes, it's a really crisp, refreshing lager with a nice bit of bitterness to it. Although flavour, not a huge amount of flavour there. I haven't got my water. Oh, hang on, it's on the floor. It's on the floor. That's fine. Let's have another sip after the water. But really, I'm running out of this. It's bitter. It's dry. It's crisp. It's not a huge amount of flavour in it. Let's try this one now. So have a swill here. After you just do sips moving forward. I think. Well, right, here we go. Cheers. Another one, quite light in flavour. Still, again, very crisp, very refreshing. The zestiness in there. It is a little bit punchy, a bit zesty, a bit citrusy. It's very pleasant. But again, not a huge amount of flavour in the middle there. Again, a lot of these lagers, a lot of these alcohol-free lagers, they've just not got much flavour in them at all. It's almost like they've just taken, all the flavour went out when the alcohol went out. It's just bizarre. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a waferiness, a little bit of biscuitiness, nice bit of bitterness on the end. I like the fact it's nice and dry, but there's a touch of sweetness in it as well. It's another close one. They're both really nice, really crisp, really refreshing, nice and bitter, nice and dry. Neither of them have a huge amount of flavour. But I'm thinking this one, it's got more bitterness, it's got more flavour. You get a bit of flavour up front, a little bit of Pilsner-esque flavour there coming up front, and then you got some bitterness later. Nice and dry throughout. My voice is going. Let's try this one again. Again, this one's pleasant. It's lemony, it's lime. It's got lime in it. It's very refreshing. It's very pleasant. So if you like your lagers a little bit more on the fruity side, but not overly fruity and not synthetically fruity, then this is what you want, really. It's nice. It doesn't taste immediately alcohol-free, but it hasn't got a lot of flavour. It's just like a very weak lager with a little bit of lemon and a little bit of lime in there. This one, not great by any means, but does pack more of a punch. It's got a nice bit of bitterness, nice bit of dryness. You do get a little bit of malt up front when you drink it. A bit of biscuitiness. I'll just search for a bit of an aftertaste. Can I get an aftertaste as well? No, not really. There's a mild bit of biscuitiness in the background there, but no, not much of an aftertaste there at all. It's a shame. Yeah, neither are great, but as I say, none of these have been particularly great in the entire championship. This one's got a little bit of a crafty vibe to it. So if that's your bag, then by all means go for it. It's better than a lot of the other craft lagers, and it's not a craft lager. But this one, just for the bitterness and the dryness, the fact it's got a little bit of that maltiness in the middle there, this one's got to win it. For me, it's got to be the Bitburger, and that's got to be the Asahi. I'll find out if I was right, and I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, I was right. That's the Bitburger there, and that one is the Asahi over there. Yeah, they're both perfectly pleasant. The Bitburger, I do like the Bitburger. It is a bit like a Bitburger without the alcohol, but without a lot of the taste as well. But it's dry. It's got the bitterness that the Bitburger has, and that's the thing about Bitburger, it is nice and bitter. And it's nice. The Asahi, yeah, it does taste a bit like an alcohol-free version of Asahi. You can tell it's Asahi, which I think is good. So yeah, so I think that's a really good point. If you like Asahi, you'll like this as an alcohol-free alternative, I reckon, even though it's quite light in flavour. Quite light in flavour, but the flavour is there. I'm just getting some now. One thing I would say about these alcohol-free beers, they taste better straight out of the can or the bottle than they do out of the glass, which is interesting. Yeah, it's quite a close run thing. That doesn't win it by a country mile by any means. It's not a huge amount better. This one's a bit sweeter, a bit more fruity. This one's a bit more bitter and packs a bit more of a punch. It's up to you what you prefer. I prefer that. So the Asahi is out, unfortunately, which is a shame because the Asahi, it's a good one. It's a good one as far as alcohol-free beers are concerned. I have to keep on saying that because these are not a patch on some of the really good lagers. But there you go, Bitburger. He's through to the final. That's it now. Final, Stella versus Bitburger. Who'd have thought? I couldn't have guessed that. So, what can I say? Let's wait for the final and we'll find out what happens. Till next time, have a good one.